The question says three large bottles equal 4 medium bottles. So 3 large, I will just say large, equals 4 medium bottles. Then 2 medium bottles equal 3 small. So since we are moving to the next one is now, the first one is large, it's medium, followed by medium with small. So this one I will say, okay, what is, and at the end of the day we need large and small. So that means medium is just like a bridge to them, right? Medium is just like a bridge to them. So let's take, what will be one large? What will one large be from here? Because we have 3 large here. What will be one large? Because we need 6 large at the end of the day, right? What will one large be? So one large is going to be what? One large is going to be, you can see it's going to be 4 divided by 3. One large is going to be 4 divided by 3, medium. 3 medium. So on that, we need 6 large, right? Okay, we can even say, what will be 6 large here? What will be 6 large from based on medium? So let's take care of the large. So what will be 6 large? Let me say that. Let me slot 6 large into this. What will be 6 large? 6 large is going to be what? 4 over 3 multiplied by 6 medium. So what do we have there? That will now be what? 20 what? That will now be 24 over 3. So this is going to be what? 6 large is going to be 4 times 6, 24. That will be 24 divided by 3, which is 8. So it's going to be 8 medium. 6 large will be 8 medium. So let's keep that. And which is just like 2 times large, 2 times medium. So that's going to be 6 large, 8 medium. So that one is settled. Now, if we are having 6 large equal to 8 medium, then going by this one now, 2 medium is what? Equal to 3 small. So 2 medium is what? 3 small. So what do we need now? Already we've known that 6 large is 8 medium. So we can go and we need what? What will 6 large be in small? Like how many small will our 6 large bottle mean? Will it stand for? So we've known that 2 medium is 3 small. So what will be because, and we know that 8 medium, that's our 6 large, right? So if 8 medium is 6 large, so let's keep that. 2 medium is 3 small. What will be 8 medium in small, in terms of small? That means it's going to be, how many 2 can we have in this medium? How many 2 here? That is going to be 4, right? That means it's going to be what? It's going to be 4. That means 2, instead of that 2 medium, we are going to have, it will be like 4. It's going to be 4, like 2 medium, then it's going to be 4. I don't know, like when you have 2 medium equal to 3 small, how many 2 of that medium do we have in 8? 4, right? Then it's going to be 3 small times 4, and that will make it to be, this is now what? This is now going to be 6 large, which is the same thing as 8 medium, is going to be 12 small. Okay, we have known that 2 medium, how many 2 medium are we having in 8? That's going to be 4, right? So it's going to be 4. So going by 2 medium equal to 3 small, then 8 medium, how many medium can we see there? How many 2 can we see in that? That's going to be 4, right? Then since each 2 stand for 3 small, then that will be 3 multiplied by 4, and that will be 12 small, which 8 medium is the same thing as what? 6 large. So therefore, our 6 large is 12 small. Our answer is C. Our answer. Let's quickly work on this. The question says, if each digit 3, in the number 734363 is replaced with 6, that means all these ones change to what? 6. Then we're going to have 764666. If all those are replaced with 6, by how much will the number increase? So what we want to do is just, we have this increase now, we just subtract the original number from it. So our original number is 734363. Let's subtract it. When you subtract it, then what are we going to have? That's going to be 3. That 6 is going to be 0. 6 and 3, that will be 3. This is going to be 0. This is going to be 3, and that one is 0. So we don't need to add another 0 to it. And asking for how much the number is going to increase, that's going to be C. It's going to be C. So on this now, the question says, David bought 3 whole number 1/2 pounds of rice at $3 per pound. If a 6% sale tax was added, how much did he pay? So this is so straight. This is saying that guy David bought 3.5 pounds of rice at what price? At $3 per pound. That means if you are looking at 3.5, that would be 3.5, right? Let's make it 3.5 pounds. Then if you are talking about per pound is $3. So for all of us, we have to multiply. That means it's going to be $3 multiplied by the number of pounds that David bought. And the question is, if a 6% sale tax was added, so let's find 3.5 multiplied by 3. So that will be what? 15. Let's keep 1. That's 9. That will be 10. Then we have 1 point, one digit after point. So we now put points. And that means it's going to be what? $10.50. That's the amount this for the 3 what? 5 pounds of rice. But a 6% sale is added. So what is going to happen? We are going to find 6% of 10.5. Normally the total of the whole thing will be what? 10.5. But 6% sale is there. So we need to find what is the 6%, then add it to that 10.5. So going by that, we want to do 6 over 100. That means we need 6.6 say tax. Whatever you are buying, they will tax it. They want to find how many percentage of your price, of the amount you're supposed to pay. So it's going to be 6 over 100 of 10.50, which is the same thing as what? Yeah, it's the same thing as will be 0, which is 10.5 multiplied by 0.06. So you have 30, which will keep like multiply. We are multiplying now. 6 times 5, 30, keep 3, put 0. The next thing is 6 times 0, we have 0. Then with that 3, put 3. 0 times 1, 6. 6 times 1, 6. The next one is 0 multiplied by what else do we have? 0 multiplied by what do we have? 0 times 5, that's what? 0 times 5 is 0. 0, then all those other ones, 0, 0. The next one, the last 0 is 0, 0, 0. Add everything. 03600. How many digits do we have after point? 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's count 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be what? 0.63. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 0.63 plus 10.50, because 0.63 will be 6% of 10.5. So I will write from here. So this is going to be 0.63, which is the 6% of 10.5. We will now add it to, because it is task, we have to add it to the original cost that we got here. So we now add it together to give us what? The new price that the guy is going to pay. So this is going to give us the new price, new sale price, after once the tax is added. So it's going to give us the new price, which is what? Let's add it. 0.63. That's going to be 3. This is 11. Then points. Keep 1 to that 0. We have 1. Then we have another 1. So what is our new price now? The new sale price is going to be how many dollars? $11.13. $11.13. And that's what? Our B. I saw so many share. Yeah, we are working on basic mathematics here. Let's go. Lisa deposited 18% of her weekly income into savings. If she deposited $90, what was her total weekly income? She deposited 18% of her weekly income into savings account, right? If she deposited 90, like after some time, the whole money deposited is $90. What was her total weekly income? So we don't know the total weekly income. So let's make it X. So let our total weekly income be X. So if it is X, then we will now say 18%, which is 80 over 100. You know, that's what the 80 over 100 of what? Of X is 90. So because after deposited 18% weekly, the money sum up to be what? $90. So it means 18% of X is what? 90. Is 90. So we can now find that 18 multiplied by X, that will be 18X over 100 equal to 90. We can now do what? Let's multiply. Let's cross multiply. It's going to be 18x times 1 equal to 90 multiplied by 100. Let's divide both sides by 18. If you divide that, 18 is going to divide 18. How many 18 in 90? That's going to be what? You know, normally if it is 9, 9 in 18 will be 2. 9 in this will be 10. Then 18 will be 5. 18 in 90 is 5. We can now do what? 5 times 100. That's going to be X equal to $500. So it means this weekly total of that lady is $500, which is C. Let's see what to do. The ratio of teachers to students in a class is 2:9, 2:7. Which of the following could be the total number of people in the class? Total number of people in the class. So if you look at ratio 2:7, ratio 2:7, what do we have to total? What is the total? Total is what? 9. Like 2 plus 7, that's 9. So what you just need to do is, you need from this A, B, C, D, you just need which of these numbers can this 9 divide. The moment you see the number that the 9 can divide, that will be the what? Total number of people in that class. So it's just like, oh, you want to share everything. You want to share everything into what? Into 9. So you want to look for what will be the multiple, what will be a number that you can share equally. using 9. And if you look through all this, you can see 95 is not, even if you are not sure of 108, if you are not sure of 108, you can quickly see 95, 9 cannot divide 95. 94, 9 cannot divide it. 100, 9, like those ones that 9 can divide equally without any remainder. So looking at, even if you are not sure of 108, you can quickly see 95, 94, 100, 9 cannot divide them, because 9 times 9 is going to be 81. 9 times 10 will be 90, times 11 will be 99. So these three now, they are not there. So A is it. A is the answer. If you try it, 108, how many 9 in that? That's going to be what? How many 9 in 10? 1. Remainder 1. Take it to that will be 18. And that will be what? 2. That's 12. So 108 is the only one that can be the number of people in that school. Another name for average is mean. Thank you for that. Mean. So now the formula to find average or mean. Average or mean, the formula for it will be what? Total, or the sum, right? Total of all the numbers given to you divided by what? Divided by number of those scores, right? Divided by the number. Like this one is talking about 4 tests. That means that number we are talking about will be 4. Then here we don't have the total here. We don't have total. Yeah, number of digits or number, whatever number, the number of score, number of tests, number of people, anything number will be over that. So average here, we have it, but we don't have the total. But you can say what score on the 5th test will bring its average to 82. So that means we have the first part. Average is 78. Then equal to what? 90. We don't know the total. Let's keep the total there. I will say total 1. Because we are going to have another total. Total 1. Then what is the... So that will be over 4. So to find total 1 now, we just multiply by 4. So total 1, total for the first round, is going to be 78 multiplied by 4. Let's have it. 78 by 4, that will be 32. Let's keep 3, that will be 28, 29, 30, 31. So this is going to be 3. Let me put it here. Okay, 312. 312. When you have 312 there, the next thing will now be what? What's the next? The next thing will be, the question is, what score on the 5th test will bring his average to 82? So we now have another average. Second average now. We want to find the second total. Second average with second total. Total 2 over the number, second number, right? So that's going to be average there, 82 now. 82 equal to, we don't know the total, 2. That's what we are looking for, over 5. Why do we have 5? Now we are considering 5 tests. For considering the 5th test, that will have average of 82. So that will now be what? Let's cross multiply. Total 2 will now be what? Total 2 will now be 82 multiplied by 5. So if you do 82 times 5, that's going to be 10. Let's keep 1, 40, that will be 41. So this is 410. So on this, we have known that when this guy has 4 tests, the total was 312. For 5 tests, the total must be 410. So what will now bring this person to have 82? That means when the total is 410. So what will be the score? So the 5th score now, that 5th score, which is there in the second one. So 5th score will now be what? 410 negative 312. And when you do that, 410, 312. So that's going to be 10. That will be 8. This is going to be 10. This is, okay, this is going to be 10 now. That's the 1, that's 9, and that's it. So that means this person must score 98. B. The person must have 98 as the 5th test score for the person, for that Kevin to have 82%, 82 average. to have 82 average for the fifth, after the fifth score. Rectangle and a triangle. The rectangle has length 10 and width 6. The triangle on top has base 10 and height 4. What is the total and area? What is the total area? Area of a rectangle, yes, length times width. Then area of triangle, what is that? What is the formula? Don't forget, by now you should have that. We should not be saying what is the formula again, which by now you should have the formula with you. So you say a figure. That means these two rectangle and triangle are what? Are joined together. The two of them are together, like they are combined to give us a figure. So it's not like they are not inscribed. There can be an English that will say they are inscribed. They are not inscribed. They are what? They are like joined together. A rectangle, we know how that is. Then a triangle, maybe something like this. You have a triangle, you have a rectangle. So, and that's what the question says. So that's what the question is saying. If you are expecting that, then you're on the wrong page, because what we work on here, they don't have anything to do with calculus. They have nothing to do with calculus. Okay, pretty queen, you welcome. What? Rectangle. For the area of rectangle, we find it length times width. Then what do we have? Length times width. We are having length and the width. That's 10 multiplied by 6. That's 60. Then triangle. For the triangle, it has what? I will put it this way. The rectangle is, this one is for rectangle. Okay. So rectangle, I will just say, just to note that it's area of rectangle. Then this one is half base times height. That will be what? Half multiplied by base is here, height is here. 10 times 4. From here, I will just divide this 4 to make it 2. This is what? 20. Okay? Calculate the area. Don't think too deep. That's it. That's it. Let's work on, now that we have this as 60, this is 20. The question is total area. We want to find total area. So total area will now be what? See, you got 60 plus 20 will now be what? Will now be 80. They don't put any unit. So that will be 80. Our answer is B. Our answer is B here. Our answer is B. Yeah, our answer is this. One number. Okay. One number is 7 less than another number. One number is here, right? Two numbers, A and B. Then the question is, one number is less than another number. So I will say A is less than B. So that means this is X less than 7, like X. So that means B is X. One number is 7 less than another. One number is 7 less than the other. The sum is negative 25. So this is going to be X less than X negative 7 plus X equal to what? Negative 25. Then it's going to be what? X plus X. That will be 2X. Negative 7 is negative 25. What do we have here? That's going to be what? That's going to be 2X equal to negative 25 positive 7. Then what do we have? We are going to have 2X equal to negative 25 positive 7. That's going to be negative what? 18. Yeah. We now divide both sides by 2. When you divide both sides by 2, what is our X? X is going to be negative 9. And that's C. Our answer is C. I'm seeing A. I'm seeing, let me see. Okay. I can see C. Negative 9. If your O is negative, what's that? If yours is negative 16, you need to check. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of negative 9. Good job. And what is the smallest number? Oh, okay. Yeah. The question is, oh, yeah, let's go. It's true. We have not completed it. Look at that trap. Okay, we need to find it. Thank you for that. The question is, what is the smallest number, right? Yes, let's see. I'm not sure C will be the answer now. Then, let's go for, if x is negative 9, x is negative 9. What is x? Negative 7. So it's going to be negative 9, negative 7. Oh, goodness. Negative 16. Our answer is A. Come on. Ooh, trap can be crazy. Our answer is A. Our answer is A. Because the question says, what is the smallest number? David paid $72 for 8 identical notes. At this rate, how much will 15 notes cost? You know, this is a straight one. It's either you do it in a proportion way, or you just find what would be one note. What will be the amount of one note? Let's find amount of one note. So if 8 notebooks cost $72, how much is one note? How much is one notebook? That's going to be 72 divided by 8. What's that? That would be 9. Okay? It's going to be $9. Then with that, we can now find for 15 notebooks. So we now say, therefore 15 notebooks will be what? 15 multiplied by 9. So let's multiply it. That will be 5 and 9, 45. Let's give 4, 9. That will be 13. And the answer is what? $135, which is B. So, I mean, this one is so fast. We can do it in a faster way. A solution contains milk and water in ratio 3:2. So I will just put milk. So milk ratio water now. That's what? 3:2. Then we can say, what is the total? What is the total ratio there? Total ratio will be 3 plus 2. And that's what? 5. And we now have what? If there are 30-liter total, we need to note that. You know, at times they can even give us ratio for milk, total for milk only. But here we have the whole thing. The total for the mixture is given to us. So that's good. Then how many liters are water? Let's identify. Ratio of water is 2, right? Then liter for water. Liters for water will be what? Ratio for the water 2 over total will be 5 multiplied by 30, and that will be this divided by 6 divided by that 6. 2 times 6 is going to be 12 liters of water in the mixture, in the solution. That's 12, which is B. That's B for us. Let's go